Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over the LED wireless tow bar light. So this is what our light bar is going to look like installed. So as you can see here, it's highly visible. We have several LEDs located throughout to give off all of our various signals, such as the turn signals, the stop lights, as well as the running lights. There's also going to be some LEDs on the side and back for full visibility. So a tow light bar is going to be a critical part of your tow bar setup. It's going to transmit the signals from the motorhome to the towed vehicles to let others out on the road know what we're going to be doing. So there's all kinds of different tow bar lighting options for your flat tow setup. There's some that require splicing into the vehicle's lights or drilling into the vehicle's taillight housings. However, this is not really ideal for some of the newer vehicles because most of the time doing so can void your warranty. And also sort of just an unnerving feeling cutting into the factory's taillights on your vehicle, because the newer these vehicles are, the more complex they get and the more margin for error there is. So that's where we have the magnetic lights, which simply sit on top of the vehicle. Now there's really two types of these magnetic lights. There's the much more cost-effective wired ones, which require draping a wire all the way over the roof of your vehicle and to the front of the motorhome. With our wireless setup here, we don't have to worry about those wires whatsoever. We don't have to worry about that extra connection each time, nor do we have to have the wires hanging down the roof of the vehicle and then going all the way to the motorhome. So I've done quite a bit of flat tow setups, and I'm always hesitant to do these on those newer vehicles because most people really don't realize how much modifications it's required to get all this stuff installed. Therefore, I'm a big fan of these easy takeoff options, such as the portable braking systems, or in our case, the simple magnetic mounted tow bar lights. When we're done using it, we can simply turn the device off. We have a nice little sturdy handle up here because those magnets are very strong, because we can't worry about this falling over in the wind or tight turns or even rain. So we do need to have that strong magnet. Therefore, it's going to be kind of hard to get off. So we're going to get a firm grip here on the handle. We're going to pry up one side and then simply remove it. Then when we're done using it, we're simply going to throw it on the vehicle or inside on a battery charger, making sure it's ready for next time we need it. So we gave this thing a pretty hard use there. We put the magnet on there, we let it stick on there for a little while, and then we pulled it off. As you can see here, there's going to be no scratches to the surface. And the reason for that is, instead of just having a direct magnet contact the roof of our vehicle, we have these nice rubber pads on the bottom here, which is really going to do a great job making sure that we don't cause any damage to our vehicle. So if we take a closer look at the actual lights themselves, all of our lights on here are going to be LEDs. So this does a couple things. In regards to incandescent bulbs, they're going to be much brighter, they're going to draw less power, and therefore going to last much longer time. So with the magnet incandescent stick-on lights, those are a great cost-effective option, but chances are those bulbs are eventually going to burn out. They're definitely going to pull more power from your motorhome. Therefore, these LED options here are really one of my favorites. They're super bright and they last a long time. You shouldn't have to worry about changing any of these in your lifetime. So if we take a closer look at all of our connections, the charging port here, the on-off toggle switch, and even each of our lights, they all have rubber grommets, which is going to do a great job of keeping the water out. So being this is mounted on the outside of the vehicle, we certainly don't want to worry about it giving us issues if we're using it during the rain. And I can promise you guys, you won't have any. This thing is definitely watertight, so it's going to be no problem using it out in the elements. So you'll be also happy to know that the light bar box and all of its components are actually assembled right here in the USA, so you know you're going to be getting a quality, well-made product. So we mentioned having to charge the unit. So since this is wireless, there are going to be some batteries inside here. It's going to be good practice to go ahead and charge these each time you get done using it. In order to do that, you're going to get this little convenient 12-volt outlet socket here. Simply plugs into the back of the unit, and we can just charge it for a full battery next time we need it. So the first step of our installation, we're going to take our transmitter here. We're going to simply plug it in to the trailer connector here on our motorhome. Now keep in mind, there's two different options for this. We have an option that comes with a 7-way. We also have an option that comes with a 4-way. We're going to be using a 7-way for demonstration. So now that we have the transmitter plugged in, we're going to take our light bar here. We're going to flip it around to the back, find our toggle switch there, which is encased in that little weatherproof material. We're going to turn it on. It's hard to see in the daytime, but that little LED illuminator will turn on. And then we'll also see the lights turn on the light bar. So another nice little feature here of our light bar that we can see when we first turn it on. So as soon as we flip that switch on the back, we should see all of our lights come on. We want to pay attention to these two outside ones. And the reason I say that is that's going to let us know what state of charge we have. So if both of them are illuminated, that means we have a pretty much full battery. If only the left one is illuminated, that means we have a partially charged battery. If neither are illuminated, that means we have a dead battery and we need to charge the light bar. So now we're going to find a solid metal surface on the rear of our vehicle to mount our light bar. Now, we want to make sure that the surface is clean, because although we do have these rubber pads over our magnets, the cleaner the surface, the less of a chance we're going to have scratches. So for this particular vehicle here, the roof here is going to be the metal surface we're going to attach to. The wing here, which is plastic, is not going to work. So now we'll just simply center the light bar as best we can by eye and simply drop it into place on the vehicle. Those magnets are very, very strong, so we don't have to worry about the light bar going anywhere. And now we're going to get in our motorhome and run through the signals for you guys. We have our brakes, our left turn, our right turn, and then our taillights. And that's going to do it today for our look at the LED wireless tow bar light.